This is an excellent display here from Rocky. Very good job.
So an chain unending. Oh, unending gonna pop the invitation.
Wait, what? You ever seen a plane that big, Bravo?
Arcanine Magician.
Okay, I haven't seen this one in a while. Ooh la la, baguette.
Hello everyone, welcome to X Hunters vs 12o'Clock Cheaters. I'm HeyZZy, he's oHiMi, my co-caster.
Hello there.
And we are very sorry for the rocky start. Not only did Discord kind of, crap itself out, but I also didn't get to finalize the overlay. So let me just do that because, as we know, the egg is not playing on X Hunters.
Oh, that's a matchup I think some of us hope to not see. It's the Magician Girl mirror match. We see Berry versus Chocolate opener. Berry probably stronger as long as Chocolate isn't able to draw. And he has more cards to set, so looking kinda good for my turn over there. Even though his opener just from the monster side wasn't that good. But you don't win this mirror on the monsters, you win this mirror on your good back row.
Yeah, I agree. We certainly didn't expect to see this matchup this soon. But
Yeah.
considering that it's quite a pretty good deck, not only in the usual side deck format but also in Team Wars. It's often seen as the lead.
Yeah. Alright, Fiendish Chain on the Alistair immediately. Ballista squad to dodge. That kind of telegraphs me that there is no Floodgate, otherwise I think you only Fiendish Alistair if you're afraid of Cocytus coming out and you not being able to target it. Because otherwise you would just Floodgate the Cocytus or Fiendish Chain the other Invoke Fusion or like Floodgate that. I think that should already tell us something about this remaining back row. Like maybe it's a Ballista or stuff like that, but if there's gonna be a Cocytus on this field now, then it's probably gonna win the duel by itself.
Yeah, seems like so. It's not going to be
never
the
know.
Cocytus though, will be the Perfect Trio, so immediately already going pretty aggro.
Yeah. I guess there was no water to fuse with. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that he didn't feel delay anymore and he's like, I'm gonna fall into a Floodgate, but otherwise he could have used Ballista on the Chocolate Girl. And then there would have been something engraved to fuse with for Cocytus and not like auto win, but basically very likely be able to win this against the mirror, because basically all the back row would have been useless. And you can only run over, which is also hard if you have like one or two Alistairs. Just see another set from my turn. And yeah, now we can start forcing out the back rows without triggering either Destiny Draw or Draw Sense Dark. Which is, yeah.
Yeah,
really
which one
good
would it be?
over there.
It's always the thing with Yami Yugi, you never know which of the two it is, but either way, like, you're pretty screwed nonetheless.
Yeah, I also really appreciate Mondo going for Zane, going for the big energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Basically saying, if I go second in the starter, you might think I'm Cyber Dragon, but I'm not. I actually cannot OTK you legally.
Not this time. Not on my turn.
Jesus. The pretty Polga trio though. Yeah, true. Someone was really lucky opening the packs. Next to the Prizzy Berry Magician guy. There we have the Karma Cut activated before Invocation. Gonna be allowed to be activated because otherwise you just recycle the Alistair and the Karma Cut feels really wasted. Now you're feeling kinda fine. Oh well, let's see. Maybe, just maybe, he's just dead now.
Yeah. Let's see. Will the last back row save him or not?
Oof. I didn't expect Canada. I think it's like less popular these days, but obviously flipping monsters down whenever, still a reasonable effect on the card. And he has another set, and this, can it save him another turn though? Like, Mondo can just top deck an Alistair, he can just find a way to discard an Invocation to recycle the Alistair from the grave. I guess.
Yeah, and considering it's also like Burger can have exactly 2700, it only requires one attack, be it with or without Alistair.
Yep. So you can't even be like, yeah, I'm gonna let this attack go through, and he just he ripped the other Alistair and chain disappearance into Canada though, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought for a second, wait, if the chain disappearance is gone, that would mean that Burger Trio is only on 25, but then you have no back row to defend and you just die to Barry, so he tried his best, but yeah, that's it for my turn. Unless something unforeseen happens, like, I don't know. Maybe someone disconnects.
That could also be a thing.
That, yeah, gotta play for your win cons, what can I say? Alright, now, never mind, Canadian attack, draw Sense Dark, but is it enough into 2 back row to have an Alistair?
So he could choose to go into Casiris or Purgatrio.
True.
Unless the chain is activated.
Obviously. This duel just shows why Alistair plus Ballista is the strongest combo in the game right now. I guess. Not wrong, not wrong. Back in the day, Alistair plus Econ was also really good, and that's the lethal attack.
Yeah. Econ, so busted.
Yep, Econ is a win con by itself.
But nowadays with like how many other busted semi-limits we have, it's kind of relatively tame, which is kind of crazy to think back.
True. Okay. Let me check. Anybody is repeating. Maybe like the second deck would be even worse against Magician Girls, but don't think you're gonna use a repeat this early.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you're bound to have some form of dealing with Magician Girls, since, you know, it's the most expected deck, I think.
Oh. This is...
So we did see the restart delay, so there's the Inashichi.
Restart delay, it is Karakuri. He has the good hand, he can do the full combo with 2 normal summon Inashichis. And we can see like the one decision that really matters when he normal summons the second one is like, do you search Gamma Oil for full combo or do you search a trap for extra disruption? And I think actually like in the Invoke matchup might be kinda needed to go for an extra trap. Like if you play the Cash Shed, probably wanna set up the Cash Shed because if you manage to like never mind. That tells us something.
Yeah, seems like it wasn't a full combo, but 2 sets nonetheless. Could be disrupting the Invoke Magician's Girl's own turn.
Yup. It wasn't full combo, and that's Alistair the Invoker, a normal summon. Gets Karma Cut immediately. So it wasn't full combo, but it was one card combo. Inashichi can build this board. Is it that impressive? No, but we can do it if we only have him. And I get why you wouldn't want to reset and restart, because
Yeah, it's the more safe play. Just settling on what he could have rather than what he could get. Like, yeah, he could be getting the full combo, but he could also be getting, you know, 4 spells and traps and no draw next turn.
Okay, going in immediately. First attack, going through. You have to have something for the second attack, right? Ooh,
Yeah,
Kytroid.
there it is.
Really, I mean, you can't really play around that, even if Hyper wouldn't be forced to attack. Like, you don't respect the one of Kytroid and 20 card Magician Girls. Yeah, like, you shouldn't do that.
Mm.
I think this was a fine attempt, and yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it will lose him the game. Okay. Or I guess there is no fusion material to actually like do something right now. That's funny.
yeah, that could be it. No berry, no nothing.
Yeah. Like, we should know one card in his hand, that there was an invocation searched. And what's another card that you wouldn't set? Oh, never mind. Alright, yeah. Like, obviously there is Urge stuff in my turn's grave, so we can go Magellanica.
That is true. It's a decent wall for now.
Yeah.
Especially if the back row is something like along the lines of Ballista Squad, since he preferred to activate Kytroid. Of course, it could have been for the draw since Dark.
Mm-hmm. That's like the thing that's a bit sad about Karakuri. Like, how do you out a 3000 attack, 3300 def thing? Like, you have to go into, like, without any tech cards, you have to do like Gamma Oil, and then on Beret swap it to attack, then you're on 31, then you win if they have no Alistair. Or you can go for Deskbot Jet, but you go into heavy minus doing that, obviously. Like, it's kind of pathetic, not gonna lie.
Yeah, and then just the very next turn, if, for example, Berry was the fusion material, right? They still have a Magician Girl to fuse with. They still have that Kasiros, which it's already hard to deal with in Karakuri. But there's also the risk of Purgatrio just wrecking the whole board if there is no back row.
Alright, and face Cosmic Cyclone on the new set. It was an invocation. Okay.
And the third
Okay.
Cyclone.
He's really banking on that. Oh, that's at least knowledge. That he placed the needed ceiling, so we're banking on an Inashichi top deck, but even if you top deck that, like, you don't get over Magellanica. That's just not what's gonna happen. So what are we even going for at this point? Is there a back row that might get him out of this?
Most likely not. I'm not quite sure.
Drowning one time.
Drowning
Please.
one time into Canadia. Canadia, then, I don't know, normal summon Inashichi. Go for game.
Drowning!
Well, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, it happens. Mondo front running for X-Hunters 2-0. Did his job as a starter.
Yeah, certainly doing very well.
Top deck Umi, what the... Okay. Like, now we can ask a question to the chat, I guess. What would you counter Magician Girls with? Like, I guess that could be a general question for you as well, HeyZZy. Like, what do you think is the Magician Girl counter in this meta right now?
I think it's pretty hard to say. You could not only bank for trying to go with Magician Girls yourself and hopefully have the more advantageous matchup for the next duel, but also could be going like, I don't know, perhaps Dark Magician. Perhaps Dark Magician would also be something to look out for. What about you?
Yeah, Frost said it in the chat, Dark Magician going first. I actually think, what the...
Pre-science, guys.
I actually think Witchcrafters, like, have a fine matchup. If you open sorta well, you can win against most invoked Magician Girl sports. But, like, this was not what I expected.
The only time I've seen pre-science ever being played, aside from like Witchcrafters, was in the Chaos Dragon Levianeer decks. Solely because, you know, what you want to mill, like whether to activate Charge first to mill that bad card or Solar Recharge, but there we go.
True, that's a reasonable off-meta counter. Weather Painters, let's go. So Snow on normal summon just fetches a Weather Painter spell trap, sets up Thundery Canvas in the right column, which means if he has 3 monsters, the leftmost won't be protected by Thundery. This might be important for Mondo if he's ever gonna attempt to push any lethal. Like, I don't know. Like, what even is Element Savers? Not Element Savers. Invoke Magician Girls win conditions at this point.
At this point, I think the best one can do is just
Ballista the back row and go brr, or I don't know.
perhaps
Sorry,
stall with Kaliga until you get all of your pieces, and hope that you have sufficient Purgaturios on the field to go through the Thundery Canvas. Like, there's so many things that should have to go right for the Invoke player.
Yeah. Normal summons Weather Painter Cloud, which doesn't have an on-summon effect. Oh, that's fresh off the top. So it might be like they play the Hallowed Life barriers, the Rainbow Lives, bounces back this monster, goes in for 15, activates Drawsense Dark. That's what you want to see if you're a Mondo fan. He gets the early Alistair access. Maybe he has some Ballista set up to just steal this game for no reason.
Yeah,
That would be something.
that's the best bet that Mondo's got currently. I wonder actually if you could get to see the card that he just got through Drawsense Dark. Like, we know it's Invoke, but just mechanically speaking.
Actually, I think as soon as the skill activates, the card gets put on top. So if you're pre-science, at first you see another card, and then you're like, oh, skill activated. Now it's Alistair. I bet that looks really funny if you actually play the skill yourself.
And not only that, but with so many searches and shuffles that Magician Girls have, you can get to see way more than you should be able to see.
Yeah. That's no Ballista, that's just a Purgatrio. But damn it. How do you get through here? He must have some kind of plan. Like, I hope, I mean, this deck actually, like, won some tourneys, it topped some tourneys, so, like, even if you don't practice all the time against it, like, you should have at least someone tell you how to play in that matchup. And we see end phase searching, banishing Cloud as well for fun, I guess.
Yeah, speaking of winning, like just yesterday, I believe it won the meta freakly against Shiranois. Not sure which of the two, but
Like, On the one hand, it's really cool, it's a rogue deck, not everybody's playing it, but if this really gets popular, like, look at this, what is he actually doing? Like, he's just chilling on his trap, he's chilling on his monsters, and that's enough, he's untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna go for like 1 or 2 more turns until he maybe gets the spell set up that lets him attack directly.
Yeah, I should be looking to do so. Seeing that we have the Thunder on the field. Maybe we get to see the cloudy canvas.
No cloudy canvas, we're just bouncing the Purgatrio because we can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Still,
finish chain on Snow. This
that's,
is not your
that's just
first
one
goal.
attack.
Can you stop the second attack? Everything is fun until someone uses straight flush on you. One time, please, Mondo. You have to play for your win con. That's another Fiendish Chain. That's another attack. And now that's actually like probably the closest we will come to a win con for Mondo, because yeah, we have a monster in the leftmost column. I think they will all come back. Or wait, can he play it in a way that, like, as soon as one monster gets summoned, he banishes it again for Snowy effect? And
Yes.
then he can set up both monsters to the right?
Yeah, he could have up to 4 monsters banished, and he could like summon all of them as long as he has cloudy, the canvases on the field. And he could also like summon them in whichever order he chooses, I believe.
Okay. We see Snowy, we see Cloudy, and we see Thunder. And no, he's just setting it up in the in the left column. He's just taunting him like, "Oh, you can't lethal me over this anyway. No way." And I guess there probably is no way, because even if Mondo literally has triple Alistair, I bet the back row is just Hallowed Liveberry or something like that to make it all void. And he's not even attacking. Okay.
Yeah, that just tells me that he's fishing for some sort of back row, like the Ballista squad. But the question right there is, how much time do you have left? Because there's a Thunder, and I'm expecting the cloudy canvas. Yeah.
Yep. Cloudy coming out. Time to go aggressive. Snow gets banished for Cloudy. And now Cloud, half attack, will be able to attack directly. And here's another Thunder. Is that somehow lethal setup? Okay, 750. Banishes that, 850. So that's 1600. Then he can do another 850. So he is 50 off lethal, but he will still push it out. Let's go. That's what I like to see. That's some dedication.
Yeah, certainly has been playing it perfect so far, considering that there was no background involved. But at the same time, like, what can you really do as the Magician Girl player?
I guess draw your Kytroid earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, only further delaying the inevitable. Oh,
There we go. He Kytroid's dead. Doesn't want to go down to 50 life points because Mondo doesn't know. On 50 life points, the plot armor skill activates and you draw exactly the card you need. So he obviously should have gone for that. That was his out.
that's true. Like Drossens Dark, that's not really anime-like. Who cares about drawing the Alistair the Invoker? Just draw the, I don't know, one-off drowning. I don't know. Even though they all chain, you know, supposedly because we are in plot armor mode, he won't chain.
Exactly, that's the spirit. And we see Purgatrio halved. The other Cloud is coming back, Thunder coming back. And yeah, how do you get through this? You don't stare like... I know there is a card that says like if all monster zones of your opponent are occupied, you can destroy every monster they control. I think Flash of the Forbidden Spell or something. Do we have something like that for spells as well in Duel Links, or... Like,
I don't
like
think.
there
I
is
don't think it's a spell.
trap. Like straight, we know straight flush, I think, but we probably don't have that in spell form.
I do not think so. Yeah.
And we're having the Purgatrio twice just to flex 388 attack. Let's go.
The weird numbers.
Okay, time to go Alistair current. Rip.
3,612. Have you ever seen that?
Nope. But maybe we're gonna see it a few more times in this war if the weather painter's gonna continue on.
Yeah. Really curious to see now what Mondo has as his second deck. What could really just take care of a weather painter deck, because like historically, weather painters did kind of streak. They are a pretty good counter deck, and it's because it's a counter deck, right? You usually send in when the other player has two decks, and usually take out both of them, and the other team has a hard time trying to figure out which would be really the best. But now, as the weeks went on and on, it's to be expected, to say the least, as a deck.
And yeah, he can banish Kiteroid one more time. He has the third Fiendish. He has the... how's it called? The triple, the straight flush, something. Like... full house, I don't know. Like, he collected them all. Which means he will survive one more turn, but... yeah, we're not doing anything anymore this duel. Maybe we're gonna attack for 388 again. Other than that.
Uria, Lord of Searing Flames one time.
Oh boy,
my
imagine,
God.
come on. One time. Okay, we're on 150, that's like almost plot armor range. Come on, it has to be enough.
Yeah, come on. Give me that, I don't know, second and third Kiteroid. We're talking the anime here, so we don't care about the ban list.
Yeah, ban list is trash. They all activate Pot of Greed when they want to.
Jaden be like, top deck Pot of Greed into top deck Bubble Man. Or the other way around, rather.
Yeah, that's still pretty lazy writing, like on the anime's end, and that whenever you're like, oh, there is the main character, he has like one card in hand or something, yes, and 0 cards in hand, he has to top deck. What does he top deck? Obviously, Pot of Greed, Bubble Man. That one time Kaiba ripped into Card of Demise and he could draw 5 cards.
Always happens.
194. Rainbow Life. So he just wanted to go up to 4,012 life points.
Didn't even want to give the Purgatrio the satisfaction to, you know, attack for the 300 or so.
Yeah, true. That's a
That's
bit
just
sad, actually.
That's just BM at this point by Tobal. He's honestly like torturing the magician girls. What did they do to you?
Yeah, true. Actually, Jaden has like his archetype-specific Pot of Avarice, I think, 5th Hope or something. That's really cool. It has cool artwork, but like the gist of it is still, oh, can I top deck a single card? No, so obviously I top deck something to top deck more, and then I can have convoluted. What the? Now we're getting flexed on. Zen mains.
This is even more sad, I feel like. I think this is just...
Gets to leave it. Let's
Oh.
go. It's it's a little bit disgusting. Only a little bit, but I mean it's not the usual way of disgusting, so we're fine with that. Good job to Tobal.
I cannot recover from that duel.
That really was something else. Like, okay, so if you send Magician Girls to starter, what do you expect Magician Girls to lose against, other than Weather Painters, obviously?
Other than weather painters. Oh well.
What would counter Dark Magician, Witchcrafter? Like, maybe they have it paired with Black Wings. That sounds kinda reasonable.
Honestly, yeah, Black Wings should be should be a pretty good bet. But if it's something like along the lines of Shiras, I'm sorry for
And
Mondo.
then he's not gonna have fun in this duel either. Hello, we're back.
Let's see. So Crow Hogan, we know that he's got level reduction, right?
Yeah.
But are there
Level
like
reduction.
other skills that we should watch out for?
Level dupe. Maybe it is just sure and oh no.
No.
Mondo, how could you? What is this pair?
At this point, I hope it's the control variant. Set 3 maybe?
You think
Set
so?
two.
Like maybe combo might be fine as well if you have this Spirit Master in the grave with like what's it called, Samurai setup somehow. Like you can pop the back rows and that should be kind of annoying for Weather Painters, I think. I hope.
Yeah, actually, you're right completely. Because with Spirit Master and Sun Saga, you have like sufficient pops for the back row.
Yep.
And that's the target that you should go with.
There we go. He has the Weather Painter Snow, so he gets to set up the trap immediately for himself again if that's what he wants to do. Or not. Or I mean, obviously yes, because he can dodge, but...
Yep, and it will still go through, so...
And the Fiendish Chain will be here to stay. Maybe it's time to take in those parallel twisters or double cyclones to get rid of those Fiendish. Okay, Prizzy Snowy Canvas, Ballista Squad. That's what you like to see, and I mean, this is a not lethal because of Cloudy Canvas most likely, but
It's
we've set
manageable.
ourselves up with 4500 attack, level 8. Maybe he can dupe his way into level 10 and yeah, pop something and just try to win with that. Like, ideally he just ripped the Squire and then I think he's fine because he can dupe the tuner for 10. He can pop 1. If he doesn't dodge, he pops the monster. If he dodges, then you go down to 1750. But you can make another 2500 vanilla to push. Like, this is the turn, but we don't see it. Rip.
Yeah. At least gets to still have the tuner in the grave rather than somewhere in the hand with the thundery canvas.
5500 attack Shogun Saga, and we're just attacking over that snow. And we have to let that attack go through, obviously, unless there is a kite rod involved. Wait. Yeah, that Hello Life Barrow was Ballista plus end phase. Okay, we cool.
And because it's still early in the turn, there's the pre-science.
Oh, pre-science.
Yeah,
The
so
best.
Tobal
Let's
can
go.
still play around potential back rows.
Okay, so we're dodging with snow. Now we're using snow for the snowy canvas, or we just get the thunder. Paint up the thunder, let's take them under.
Only
Sorry, I had
OGs will remember this. What a deck. Both
Yeah,
for
we thought-
PvP and for farming.
And now, yeah, one back row is never enough to prevent that bounce from happening unless we see some... Okay, that's... I mean, it's prevented from bouncing, and he has 2 pops set up. Goes for the back row. I think he's trying to be like... This should be game, shouldn't it? Because he got... I mean, even with Cloudy, 1750 would be enough. Okay, we're dodging. Trying to search, but... How do you survive against 2 Sun Saga pops right now? Is there a way to dodge that?
No. I think the only way would be like to have Cloudy.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Sundari won't be able to activate when Sun Saga activates and Snowy does nothing.
Alright, so we need that kite right in hand one time.
Yeah, that's the only possibility.
Yep. But that's precisely how he could have won with Invoke Magician Girls. Just draw your ballistas early and then just press your advantage as hard as you can. Yeah, monsters are popped, 3500 to the face. Goodbye. Any painters in chat? Good questions, Erix. There is no painter in this war anymore, unless they have another one, or his second deck is Weather Painter as well. That would be funny.
That would be... Oh no. I just got rid of this as a Shurnui player. Why do I have to face it again? Why are you so cruel, Tobal?
Alright, what do we actually expect to counter Weather Painters? I guess the Shiranui worked well. I think Blackwing should actually be fine if you manage to Black Rose into OTK. Same goes for Crystron. And let's see what he has in the back. Huh.
So we could be talking about a mirror.
Probably a lot less spec. What the?
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
There's a lot of
This
cards.
was about to say this might be a lot less spectacular than I thought it would be, but yeah. Like, it is most likely level duplication Crystron. But maybe we see something funky. Come on, Tobal. Show me the spice.
Yeah. Not only was the Weather Painter deck not enough, but there's also the second deck. 30 cards. Just show us what you got.
One more team. One more. And that's the good opening. Is he gonna show the Solitaire? Because at this point we're starting to sweat if we're on Tobal's side. Oof.
It is. Oh well.
That's the good opening. Banish
It
the
is.
Squire, draw 1, discard Solitaire, set 3, win the game. Love it.
You love to see it. If you're the
Okay,
Shira
1,
player.
2,
3.
3. He actually did it. Oh my god. Wonder, how could you?
No surrender one time.
Phew. Okay, Tobal, time to Trunate into OTK somehow. One time.
Let's see it.
Okay, that's something. Cosmic for the left one. Floodgate, yeah, that's a really annoying one to play around if you're Crystron.
It's a good hit.
Like,
But there's also 2 left.
yeah.
Oh no.
He has 2 normal this turn. That's not what you want to see, unless he has a wielder to follow up. And there is no floodgate to just destroy that play.
Yeah. If there's also Forbidden Dress involved coming from Tobal side. Already starting with 2 techs in Cosmic and Glance.
Not true. He needs a very specific hand to play through this, and we just see this turn pop himself. That's not gonna be achieved. I'm sorry. Set 1 and face. Fiendish Chain, because why not?
Yep.
Is there a reason
Lethal.
to do early?
Honestly, it's looking already pretty grim for Tobal. Like how many spells and traps do level dupe Christrons run that could potentially save yourself from a 3k direct attacker? That's the thing that we have to think about.
Maybe Lance to make it a 2200 direct attacker.
That's the only way I could see this. But even then, Sun
even
Saga
playing around
as well.
that, yeah, because we're gonna see the second level 8 come out. Who doesn't even need to vanish, or it's your boy Sun Saga. Never mind. Cipri, Forbidden Lands.
On itself. At least gets rid of the chain.
But yeah, because your Amatrix will be gone. Oh, that's not, yeah. Amatrix is gone before there is a chance to start the next chain, so nothing is switching to defense. And there was nothing in grave for Amatrix to float into, and he's not done. He
But as
wanted
assault.
the next one, but Tobala said enough.
Yeah, enough is enough. Mondo 4-1 currently.
Yeah, he did his job well enough, I think.
That was
No.
an instant change.
Oh. They were really fast, yeah.
Alright, so it seems like they already know how to counter that. Or perhaps have a possibility to streak using the deck.
Yeah. They
So
know
it's
how to counter it.
Lazism on the bottom.
And it involves See You Later and the Dark Magical Circle. Obviously.
Oh no. There you have it. Going first, check. Circle, into Navi, check. Rod, get the Dark Magicians out, check. Win, check.
Now all we're missing is like Cosmic or Karma Cut next to it for maximum BM.
Just your usual outskill the opponent phase with Dark Magician.
Just the usual Dark Magician hand. As we know, them setting up a board like this is very consistent. Unless you try to play the deck yourself, then you just end on, I don't know, triple vanilla in the hand with illusion magic. Let's go.
Well, now he's thinking, So, does he have 2 Navis? Or does he have Karma Cut as well as Navi? Should I press surrender now or press surrender after I see all the back row?
True. I guess 2 Navis would be sufficient as well, right? Banish a Tuna, negate 2 back rows, like 1 back row should never be enough to protect you.
We did talk how Mondo is the, the plot armor protagonist of this match, but Let's see how this duel fares for him.
That's certainly not the way to go. Normal summon Spectral Sword. Gonna go in for that 800 attack. At this point, I think you're, even if he triple sets, suppose you have the double navigation. Okay, we're in the battle phase. Oh yeah, you would be just fine to banish a back row, negate the other two.
That's true.
GG. But it is only one. And you can still do the same thing because it's only 2 back row. Just banish a back row. Thank you, goodbye. Next. Or is
Yeah.
there any out that Mondo has that he doesn't want to show us?
Let us see that back row one time. Is it perhaps Needle?
Oh, Rod Tribute. Dark Magician, okay, why not?
Yeah, why not?
At this point, yeah, he's just flexing.
Following in the footsteps of Tobal.
Okay, Lessism. Show me what you got.
Show me that Karma Cut one time.
Oof. Okay. Okay. Curtain, Dark Magician, Banish. Yep. Nice try, Mondo, but nothing to be done.
He may I just say it? He didn't have to even normal summon the rod to search it. I know you cannot activate both of them in the same turn, but it's just he actually had everything. I think we have a new protagonist for this match.
Literally had everything. Okay.
I have never seen such a hand ever. Actually, last week I did see it. I think the exact same hand. And it was even better because he actually top decked into Curtain in a losing position and won the duel off of that. That was some
Well,
anime stuff.
We
going.
take those.
Yeah, we take those for sure.
Okay, but yeah, Mondo went 4-2, nothing to be ashamed of. Let's see if his team is able to clean up behind him. Andy says Lessism will reverse sweep. I mean, if he does this 8 more times, then maybe.
Yeah, could
But
happen.
Exactly this. Sorry.
Let's take a look perhaps at some of the standings that 12o'Clock and X Hunters are put in. Let's check the division standings. So in the info section, right, we had the fact that 12o'Clock are 2-4 with 4 RD, minus 4 RD, and X Hunters are 1-5 with minus 11 RD. So it's pretty known by now, I think, that if you want to make playoffs, you should be looking towards a 6-4 scoreline for the league. And even then, 6-4 is not guaranteed. So this is a match. We're getting into the later weeks in which these matches matter more and more. 12o'Clock, for example, they're 2-4 right now, so there's still a slight chance. There's still a really slight chance for X Hunters as well, 5-5. If there is to be, I don't know, 10-0 every single match, there could be a chance still.
Alright, gotta start now, and I mean, they're on a good way with 4-2, but on the other hand, like, if 12o'Clock Cheetahs managed to go from 0-3, 1-4, and then 6-4, that also would be a story, especially with that 10-0 by Alacorn.
Speaking of the 10-0, right? Let's just take a moment to praise this. Single-handedly overwhelmed Neo. So we all know how Neo is. We all know they made top 4 last season, and that was truly an out-of-the-world performance, as the graphic says. The second ever player with a non-contested 10-0. The first one being Shao's, I believe, officially speaking, because I believe there was also flips in week 0 of season 6.
Yeah, season 6 or maybe 5.
Or 5,
There
yeah.
was some week zeros, something
When
like
we
that.
implemented the repeats, I believe. So either 5 or 6. It's been quite a long time.
Yeah.
But
Should be 5.
Shao's did it in season 3, so a long time ago. I believe 2 years ago. With vampires. How the time flies.
Vampires are really 2 years old. I remember when everybody on the ladder played Siltum's Vampires. That was funny. Did I know how to play the mirror? Not really. Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost.
Yeah.
Simpler times. Jesus.
Vampires. Such a good deck. I loved it.
Yeah.
Had like a special fondness for it, because, you know, I'm from Romania, the land of the vampires, as some call it. Had a couple of good cogs with it.
It is a really stylish deck, and like for someone who is trying to meme around the fact that they pay a lot of life points, I mean you can splash in every weird skill that requires you to be in a certain amount of life points. Like for example, I think one time I tried to make Creator Vampires a thing because I thought that would be really funny. Creator into Raigeki or Creator into Harpy's Feather Duster, let's go.
Yeah.
Was it good? Not really, but it was fun.
Man, the opponent must have been so scared. Surely they went on Game A or DLM. Google, what does creator skill give you? Game A.
And then I'm like, normal summon breaker. Scoop.
I think it still does give breaker to this day, right?
Yeah. Like,
what a good card.
be such a cool skill. Like it could be actually good if you were simply allowed to choose which card you get, or if like they had an algorithm that was like that would like see the situation you're in, and then you just get the right card for the situation.
Yeah, truly like how Pegasus did it back in the first season of the anime. Just, you know.
Yeah.
Also just like how
make them OP.
yeah.
Love it.
Well, creator of the game, being the creator of the game does give you those perks, right?
True.
So we're seeing 30 cards, you say.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean they're just like they're thinking this was just a fluke? Let's bring another Crystron, or is this something funky?
Yeah, let's check.
Crystron it is. Let's go.
Almost mirroring Tobo's turn from the last games.
Yep.
You hate to see that.
Yep. And the one thing this time though is at least you don't feel pressure to synchro for Amatrix immediately, like you lose a tuner, but at least your fifth turn is engraved, and maybe next turn you get to do some funny things, I don't know.
Indeed.
Or maybe it's like, nah, Amatrix, let's go. This Amatrix will ride me to victory. Maybe.
Then, in the draw phase, activate Magician Navigation.
No!
Oh.
Oh, okay. Right, that Amatrix to victory, let's go. That's what you want. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, let's get it on.
We don't want to see those small PP plays, we want to see big monsters crashing each other's head. Okay, not banished in the draw phase. What is your hand if your turn 1 was this turn Citry passed? Oh,
Yeah, well, I was gonna mention maybe a mix of C3, a mix of perhaps Undyne with controller in hand.
yeah. Just wanted to say, if you're Lassism, you should feel especially alarmed right now, because 2 plus 5, we all know what that equals. And yeah, you don't want to let that happen to your beautifully established Dark Magician board.
Mm-hmm.
So he had navigation into navigation, but it was fine because he had the rest of the combo in hand anyway.
Yeah, just the usual hand from Dark
Yeah.
Magicians.
That's the good hand, the one that actually wins.
Yeah, the hand I like to call outskill the opponent. Kaiku. He's just merciless.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
No karma cut to follow up, unfortunately. That would have been nice. And now we see some 2 plus 5 action.
There it is. Was a bluffed Dark Magical Circle.
Oh, rip. But no follow up, has to pass on an empty board. Oh boy.
The second rolling hand.
Obviously, the second one didn't need to tribute because we already had another one. That's fine. That's great. Is Rod gonna search the third circle? No, he's curtaining up for next round. Does he just have third circle in hand already? Unfortunately not.
Set the curtain
Okay.
one time.
Set the current or small PP. Yeah, Zarex, Crystron was the counter to Dark Magician. I think mainly because of Black Rose into OTK, but you need to have the follow-up in hand to OTK. You need to draw the good cards, and yeah, Roy wasn't so fortunate this time.
Yeah, Mondo stole all that anime protagonist luck.
Finally, we see a starter, Scrap Recycler.
Let us see that
I'm gonna
solve.
go- Yeah, and then we start to play the game. We start to fetch those tuners out of the deck, those non-tuners, make another Amatrix, maybe he plays, what's it called? He plays Ryan, and then he could just go for level 6 and do something, I don't know. Sky is the limit.
Yeah, well said.
Oh,
Kick
Okay.
weight.
okay. No tuner allowed, but he can still banish Smyger for a trap, and then he gets a tuner. So, wait, does he have? If he does that, he doesn't have a level 3 engrave to go for Amatrix. Oh, wait, what are we looking at right now? I mean, he can still make a Sambi, which should be kinda hard to deal with for Dark Magician after... Like, I think he wants to spend this curtain next turn, so there should be no more Dark Magicians in the deck. Or in the hand to nav out. You only have one circle. Maybe you can illusion magic some of them back and then set up again, but... Like, we're in a phase of the game where dealing with the Sambi should be really hard.
Yeah, the only realistical topic right there is a circle. Circle, then the curtain.
There would be some anime protagonist power, but it is just curtain, unfortunately. Now we're looking on the other side of things, because we have to pay 2k life for the curtain. Impact activated immediately. Fetching the Thistburn. Okay. I guess to set up the Soul for next turn, that's actually fine.
Yeah, he knows that he is going to live this turn.
Unless we see Dark Magic expand at one time. Let's go. unfortunate. He just has to set.
Yeah.
So might be F, might be another Wrath, but they both are dead. And now I think, like usually, if I play against Crystron, I think getting the Tistverns, the Smeagors of the world and the Grave, like, is obviously worth it because you don't want him to have an extra dude on the field for tuna access. But since like, he only has one card in hand, maybe he has no Crystron card to access the Sulfafnir in the Grave, and then the Tistvern goes for a level 2 and you don't feel that pressured by that. And if that's a Divine Wrath, maybe that's his out. That's Roy doesn't top take a Crystron card, has to go for another Citri, and yeah, never mind.
Never mind what you just said.
Yep.
Throw it all away.
He can even drop turtle, so like he's super ready.
Yeah, he's for sure stacked. I think yeah, there's no way Dark Magician can really stop this. Not even with one set card. Most of the cards require another card to be able to pop off, or rather activate.
Don't think there is a way for him to even survive this turn. Okay, we see level 4 coming out. Did we use level dupe this duel already? I don't think so.
No.
Okay, he pops the Tistvern to search. Okay, wait, I think that's the last Citri, maybe that's... Oh, he... Okay, he plays Ryan, okay. Very cool.
Well, there you go. At least managed to get some more info on Roy.
At the very least. Yeah, I think that was his last Citri, so he's one of the level dupe and Ryan crowd. Like usually, because you don't play Ryan but want to play 2 impacts, you play the level dupe to still make like some reasonably easy Quarions or Coral in 2 Black Rose plays, but if you're a cool guy, you just play both for maximum combo potential. Good job, Roy.
Well played.
Okay, damn, that was fast lesson. Oh boy.
They're always so fast. Saying that as a past referee of their matches, just whenever one exits the room, another immediately enters. Which you love to see that for a new team.
Is this a mother trucking mirror match? SSA versus level dupe.
Kick, wait.
Alright. If one of them didn't brick, at least, then we're in for a long one. There we go.
Seems
Scrap
like so.
recycler. Drop Tistvern, that means probably already Sulf in hands. So he searches Smeagor to discard that and to build the... Or he just searches Sulf. Okay, well, okay. Like...
That also works.
I mean, it works, but especially if you play the extra Ryan, like, I guess you play one less impact, but I also play a second search target for Smeagor, and it really feels like you're dry on, what's it called, on your smaller Crystron monsters. Like, if you go in a grind, like, you're out of tunas really fast, and I was even out of the Tistvern Smeagor kind of monster, like, after the 6th turn came along. And
So who do you say would have the upper hand in a mirror, but with different playstyles like SSA and level dupe? Well, never mind.
SSA unless SSA's as long as SSA is still alive, which it isn't anymore. Also, having the field spell as an extra thing on the field to pop to make turn 1 synchros easier is also a thing, but not anymore. Now it should just be level dupe because there are bricks in the deck, and they both kind of bricked, I guess, because he has to do the desperate play. Mega Surge Impact to recycle that to like hopefully do something next turn.
Yeah. Well, at least they can afford to do so. In such a matchup.
Alright. Let's see if Roy top decked the Crystron card to use that Sulfafnir that he thinned his deck for. Oh, okay. Yep.
Yep, level 6.
I assume that's a Coral. You pop Recycler, you force out the back row because the Sulfafnir is free discard fodder. But like, I don't know, you're still not really that happy. I think.
I think so as well. Considering that the impact is the face down card.
Yeah.
You just
So, like,
give more opportunities for your opponent to come back from your own board because you invested into your board first.
Like, ideally, you wanted him to not make something that pops, or maybe even Brian to bounce, because then in the end phase he gets back Smiger. He can try to do some synchro plays with that. Try to access, I don't know, the wildest Quarion I've ever seen. But that's not gonna happen. We see Coral Dragon coming out. Wielder, pop Recycler, Coral, drop Forbidden Lands. Okay,
Interesting.
that's a choice, I guess. I mean, it's not like it's doing that much in this matchup, so I guess it's fine, but like 800 attack reduce can be nice sometimes, I don't know.
Yeah, would be a bit nicer than keeping Solve in the hand, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that decision, but maybe he knows something I don't, Roy. Ah, yeah, okay, that's... He wanted to draw. That's funny, I like that.
It's decent, but still there's the Smiger in the grave, there's 4 cards.
Normal summon Citri, oh, the Sainted Chief.
Right off the top as well.
Come on.
Both
Oh,
players
so
just playing whatever they top deck at this point.
Okay, level dupe, is that a top decked wielder? Or is it a... It's not top decked, he wielders. So did he top deck a Crystron card to synchro off the Sulfafnir, force out Citri, and then do Sulfafnir plays for the first time ever in this duel?
Yeah, let's see.
It's Bryonic, okay. Impact, negate. So I think the plan was, if the impact wasn't there, the plan was pop the Citri, bounce Amatrix, summon something, win. But we're obviously not gonna do that anymore.
Yeah, the plan has changed. There has to be a plan B now.
That's another wielder, so... probably triple wielder starting hand by Roy, that's... you hate to see it.
You really do.
Okay, Amatrix coming out, Bryonic going to defense. But we have a Citri to discard to finally start going places. Let's go.
Thank you, Antlox, for the host. Hope the match went well. Let's actually see the result. I think he streamed the X Factors versus SCM one. SCM won 10 and 5. So pretty good for them. Pretty bad for X Factors.
That's some nice points for the round differential. Okay, so Roy has still access to a 1 Citri and 1 Ryan. Normal summon controller, that's always a good one. Controller not even big enough to take out the Bryo. And we're going for Amatrix, getting Amatrix in defense. And what could the strat be? Did we see him search impact? Not really. He already used his one impact. I think SSA should play the Ryan because you don't have level loop access. So he can't have another impact to save himself somehow. So
it
maybe.
mostly comes down to this turn and this back row. Or perhaps not the back row. Probably has felt that there is no delay.
No delay. Goodbye. Rip Blessism. Good job, Roy.
Yeah, unfortunate. You hate to see the Christian mirrors. More so when your Umi gets banished turn 2.
Yep. Most when you're both kind of breaking and you're awkwardly like flailing around with your wielders, trying to get any Sulfafnir going.
Yeah, especially in that case.
Oh, Roy already going strong with the 2-0. Oh boy.
Speaking of 2-0, right? Let's check another graphic. Let's check the potential standings. So if anyone is unaware on how they exactly work, basically it calculates the standing up to which you can be in the division if it's the best case or the worst case. So we have, let's check the 5th place right now, which is 12 o'clock. Even if they win and tier 0 loses, they still cannot get to the 4th place. Same applies for X-Hunters. So they are kind of stuck in the lower half of the division for now. But who knows, maybe it could change for the next week.
Maybe, yeah, like, that's only for this week, right?
Yeah, only for this week.
Okay.
So we have the god himself, Alacorn, on the bottom.
And we know what time it is. Louis time. I think it's Open Squire time, or maybe it's 12 o'clock, who knows?
It's Open Squire or Open Squire time.
I accidentally set myself up for a good one, and then I was like, it's Shiranui time, and not 12 o'clock, rip. Let's go, Alacorn, it's your time now. Exactly, Jirachis. Gotta do it now. Okay, we have
a pretty good setup.
That's the first setup. He has the level 3 to go for Amatrix. Here's some follow-up. That's a Cosmic Cyclone.
Yeah, for the impact.
Not gonna do anything. Rip.
Not a Squire.
So Spectral Sword will be able to take out the turtle if he decides to go for Amatrix now. It's actually like an interesting decision you can make, I guess, especially when you don't have a Crystron card in hand right now. Like, do you bank on just drawing the Crystron card and making the good Sulfafnir play, or are you letting the Tuna die and search with this turn? I guess we're riding this Amatrix to victory.
Yet again.
Let's go.
We all know how that went in the Dark Magician duel.
I mean, against one back row, I guess you're fine, I hope.
Seems like so.
Okay, Roy, now show me your own Cosmic. Show me your Crystron card in hand, and then we can all go home, all get the victory for you. Alright, so Big Thong is happening right now. That means either he has the sickest lethal ever and he's calculating, or there is nothing to do. And, okay, he just had a Citri in hand, so his Sulf was live anyways. so you can go for that Amatrix. That's fair. And that is a very easy Quarion setup unless you literally top decked the level 3 tuner.
I think the top deck card was C3.
I think he discarded from the right. So like he should still have his new one. Okay, we pop Amatrix, so Ryan's still in the deck. C3 gonna come from the grave. Gonna attempt to banish that poor lonely Spectral Sword. Oh, mind
Attempt
Floodgate.
indeed.
He... Oh no! He ripped into the lands.
Did I
What
meant to
the-
say attempt? No. Was no attempt, it was all calculated by Roy.
Not attempted, it's just murder. Oh my
Yep.
god.
Highest degree.
3k to the face, goodbye. Don't even get tuna access for that.
Yeah, that was a bit sad to witness. Hate to see it.
And that's really unfortunate. Like, what the hell did his hand look like? Solitaire, tuna, floodgates. Like,
So we do have the news that it's going to be a repeat for 12o'Clock cheaters. So we will see Shurnui versus Krishrons yet again.
Alacorn wants to go to the max. He wants to aid in 1 now.
Yeah,
Let's go.
ride and die by the Squire.
Nope. It's okay. The Squire wasn't there this time. He had an appointment. Now he's ready.
Let us see. Going first, revealed up Solitaire for a level dupe. Set 3. That's the kind of stuff we want to see.
That's the kind of play that you need to bring if you wanna save your team right now, because it's looking pretty grim.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if both Alacorn and Music Festival play to their fullest, they're obviously at a disadvantage, because in theory, with 3 players in the back, X-Hunters should have counter decks for everything, but oh, this is... I mean, it's not Squire triple set, but it's the next best thing. It's Solitaire triple set. Let's go.
Certainly a life force for 12o'Clock cheaters currently.
But without the back row hate, like, I don't think Roy can actually play through this.
Yeah.
Or like any text in general. Like if his hand is pure Crystron, then 1 Fiendish here, 1 Floodgate there, and your turn is over, and you're getting ballisted in the end phase. Level 8 OTK, thank you, goodbye.
Yeah, always has been. 7-2 scoreline. Yeah, this is really at the point where miracles have to happen, where the Floodgate and the Ballista have to be there.
Miracles, and ideally a lot of them in a row, no breaks in between.
Yeah. Let's see it.
So that's the tactic, 100 seconds. Normal summon, not scrap recycle, unfortunately, it is just this turn. And we have the wheelers, so I guess we're able to make Coral and push through one of the back rows. Or at least force out the Fiendish, I guess. Unless
Certainly
he
a
does
step in the right direction, at the very least.
Yep. Level duplication. Oh, that's he's trying to go for the big one.
Oh, very
Trying to do
interesting.
Like against 3 back row. How likely is that to resolve? Let's
Very
be
unlikely.
honest. Yeah. I mean, I wish Roy the best of luck, but we all know what should happen now. He's even popping the tuner. That's interesting. Obviously, Necros gets negated. But we know there is a Sulfafnir follow-up play, because he showed us the Rosenix. And there is a thing on the field to pop to get a tuner without using Rosenix effect.
I think Roy is in a pretty good position currently, especially with the Swagger this card.
Yeah. He's feeling pretty happy about how this turned out.
Like currently there's no ballista to worry about. There's only like the potential floodgate or another chain. And if there was another chain, then we'll see it pretty soon, I believe.
Turtle, pop, Black Rose. Gonna go for your boy Citri.
Ya boy or ya girl? It looks like she has, or it has a skirt and some hair. I don't know. But then again, it's a machine. It's also November, so we shouldn't be talking about this. So. What we should talk maybe is Spectral Sword effect.
Yeah, Solitaire get back Spectral Sword, and now maybe we ripped into a level 4 to like do something kinda, but not really. Like, how do you OTK through this?
There's no chance.
Even if the Citri was just a vanilla, like there's two guys. Your dude has attack. Oh, that's a Squire. That's a good one. Oh wait, if he has a Ballista, is that enough? Like, he gets the tuner. Max level 10. Citri activates effects. Chain Ballista.
Well, we did ask how do you OTK through this, and
I guess
we
that's
could
all.
be seeing it, depending on the other back row as well.
If it's Ballista, then it's not OTK, but at least he clears the board. If he has another Fiendish, then that's just it. Sorry, Roy. Yeah, good. Goodbye. Nice try.
GG, well played. There's the
tried to-
Alacorn we expected.
Yup. That's the Alacorn who shows up to play. Pop 2, attack. And 12 o'clock cheaters. They're not done yet.
Indeed. Really important win.
Now, like, a general philosophical question. What about Duel Links? Do you think Shiranui is the Crystron counter?
I'm going to let the chat decide that.
Like, obviously playing through back row is hard if you're Crystron, but if you go first and manage to set up the good board yourself and they don't open triple set plus access, heavy back row is... yeah. Like, it's not like you're afraid of the Shiranui itself, but whenever we say Shiranui these days, we know it's basically 14 traps, a tuner, and some of the dudes to like draw, recycle, special from the deck. You know the drill.
Yeah,
Yes,
just the
it is.
usual.
Okay. Okay, time to check, and we see some more usays.
Xerx, prepared to see another UC. At least Roy's a man of culture, you know. Stays loyal to UC.
I think if I would go 10-0 in Team Wars on any character, I would play only on him. Like, I would play Tided Binds Dark Magician if I would have made 10-0 on Yusei, which you Nui.
That's that's something good to know. What about the mat and sleeves combination though? That is the thing everyone wants to hear.
I guess, like, I don't know. I'm mostly switching up my mat and sleeves right now. Depending on the newest ones, like, we always get sleeves and mats and events. I just equip the newest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I guess, yeah, why not keep those as well?
Yeah,
And
seems fair.
so that's 24 cards, probably combo Shiranui, I guess. Or it's just 24 cards with 4 extra back row control Shiranui.
Yeah,
We see
back
the-
row that weren't drawn.
We see the level dupe.
It was
Show
really
the
solid
stop.
there.
Yeah. Shogun Saga, Banish Squire, draw, discard Solitaire. Now, how many cards are you gonna set? Obviously,
All.
3 set. It's not my Alacorn, and he doesn't attack the tuner. Reasonable thing to do. Doesn't want to give him Grave Synchro access. Passes over to Roy. No, show me those Ghost Meets Girls or the Katones or anything. Ozuki. Show me Spirit Master, that would already be enough. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Show the Spirit Master, more like show the Floodgate. It's to be expected from the 3 set cards though, so there's
Yeah.
that.
True. All I wanna know is, will we find out if this is combo or control Shiranui on stream? And there we go, Ghost Meets Girl, Shiranui story. Has to discard a Shade, but he will summon on Chaining 2, which means if there is another Floodgate, this won't be Floodgated, at least he can grab another level 4, maybe Spirit Master, maybe Solitaire, maybe even Squire, whatever. Spirit Master, there we go. Now we can finally get some Grave access going.
Unless there is the possibility of Toggle on and Ballista Squad from Alacorn.
Alacorn, don't do him dirty like this. He's just a child.
You say he's a child, right? All of them protagonists are.
They should be around 16-ish or something. Like, they're not in their 20s, but they're not like the Zexel guys who are like 12 or 10 or something.
Yeah. Or the new 7's kid, which you really think he would be 7 years old.
I mean, the name must be there for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, now that I think about it, how old were like the GX dudes? Like,
Well,
they had 3 years at school, so maybe 14 to 17. But what kind of school do you start going to when you're 14?
well, the Duel Academy. Learn to duel, make some new friends, chill in the schoolyard.
Yeah, chilling out with the crew in the schoolyard. Always finding trouble, but never looking too hard. Let's go. You say just grew up on the streets.
Don't you mean, well, under the underground? Well, in the underground, Xerx. In those, you know, bad areas of satellite.
True. And I really need to rewatch the Yu-Gi-Oh animes. Like, the stories are just, the plot points are some of the weirdest things ever.
I really want to rewatch one of my favorite episodes of GX. It was a filler episode. Was when Jadon played against that 1 mil guy that Aster employed.
Yeah, that was so sick.
That was so sick. Holy. I could never expect the writers thinking of something like that, but at the end of the day, they still, like, you know, invented E-Hero Electrum just for that duel.
Yeah, I think Electrum was originally, I mean, it wasn't for that. I think Electrum was
Oh
they
yeah,
made him
yeah.
were one of the
Exactly.
sickest duels. Were like, it's I don't know. When I saw that as a child, I was like, when he dueled against Banner, and like he has no cards in hand, no cards on the field, lots of cards in the grave, and for once, he doesn't top deck Pot of Greed, but Miracle Fusion, and he makes this big duel and attacks for game, and that was really cool. And holy shit, Roy, how did you die?
Just like Banner did.
Yeah, he just vanished.
That was
Fell in
a pretty
dust.
sick duel as well. Most of those really big GX duels, like even the pilot episode, were actually really good. Like, maybe it's just Jaden being one of the most relatable protagonists.
Especially if you first watched it when you were like in a younger age, like that was so sick. But that's basically though this like the way that this first duel was won is the same kind of thing that happens in Duel Links a lot. Oh, you paid 1000 life points for your card activation. Now I have lethal with my very inconsistent 3-card combo.
Yeah, you do hate to see that.
Pendulum best deck.
Speaking of hating to see, right? We have Alacorn on the table, right? We have seen his 3 duels, and I think everyone should know by now. He's come here to play. 12 o'clock cheaters against Neo, Alacorn being sent in from a 0-2 deficit, just managing to 10-0 them all. And this is Neo we are talking about. Neo, a lot of gold icons, a lot of very good players, toppers, you name it, and they are. Remember the deck he did it with? It was Shiras, and he's playing Shiras.
Yeah, as you can see, like he isn't just on the active roster because he's the owner. He came to play, and boy is he playing.
Indeed. Also, some cool mentions to Ono, Jay, and Fake 6. Especially Jay right there, going 7-1, meaning that from Toon Squad was 3 points only, and then Jay lost only once and won in the war. So pretty good if if Alacorn didn't go 10-0. So we will be seeing Hisoka now from X Hunters.
And we are seeing See You Later. I hope their plan does not involve Circle, Rod, Navigation, Dark Edition. I hope it involves the good Ritual Beast combos one time.
Yeah, let us see them. What's up, Poppy?
How you doing, Popeye, brother? Okay, we see only one set. Oh, so
not
at
ideal.
this point, yeah, power level of Shiranui is greatly determined by how many back rows you set. At this point, freaking Jerry Beansman beatdown could probably like take the win here. This ain't gonna cut it. And obviously, we see Rod getting fiendish. It's perfectly valid because Dark Magician's mainly vanilla, so this is the only target you really ever get to Fiendish Chain.
Indeed. So there's no immediate activation of Circle, which makes me think he does not have it.
It's just seeing you later. Fair point. Now, how many cards is he gonna set?
Yeah, that's the important question.
Like, if you only set one and it is a life navigation, I guess that's most likely enough to survive because he only makes a level 8. But if you don't even have a life navigation, then boy, this might be trouble for you. Triple set, it's a good one.
Yeah, certainly something you don't see often from Dark Magicians.
Mhm. And we're in the draw phase, so someone is big thonking and Karma Cut in the draw phase to prevented Kozuki from milling a Solitaire to go for a 5500 attack level 8. Now let's see if he just has a Solitaire in hand anyway to like tribute, and he does not. I guess that's a tuner, and he top decked as well. I mean a trap. Maybe it is a Solitaire, but he has the tuner in hand next to it. No life nav. Yeah, but I guess Karma Cut was enough. We normal summon in Rod again. Can you Fiendish him again?
Rod could also very well search for illusion magic and perhaps make the navigation live. Chooses to opt for the circle, which would be the better play in the long term.
We're going big PP. Let's go. Just top deck the Dark Magician. It's fine. Can see the 3 cards on top of his deck, and if one of them is a Dark Magician, then he's feeling very happy about himself.
But if it's a circle, then maybe in a turn or so, or rather
But
3.
Circle into circle. Oh boy. I hate to see it. Oh, the nav
He did
was
have
live. He
it.
just didn't want to use it up before he gets the circle, which is perfectly reasonable. Wow. Let's go. Probably gonna banish the face down. He goes for Kaiku, that's interesting. I think
Yeah,
if he would just
he's
go
intending
for-
to end the game right there.
Okay, Floodgate. Yeah, I guess since Kaiku gets Floodgated, it doesn't matter anyway, but yeah, like one back row is never enough, so why not go for double Dark Magician, I guess, in case it's Ballista, but it wasn't Ballista. He just wins. Good job, Hisoka.
Yeah, now it's at the point where you have to hope you get a couple more RD points if you're 12 o'clock.
Or like you lose not as many as you maybe think right now you will lose. Like 8-4. I guess, like, if you have a reasonable counter deck in the back, like making it an 8-6 is not out of the question, and everything beyond that, if you're a god, you can do it. One time, music festival, come on. Tuna in hand, yep. We saw the set Solitaire, which means he had the second Tuna in hand. No way to get the Solitaire engrave. Otherwise, he would have forced out the navigation early and we would have still been in this game. Anyone here know how often the sale for packs are half off? Okay, do you mean like old packs for half gems? I think that happens every time a new world comes out or selection box comes out, so like 2 to 3 times a year max-ish.
Yeah, around that time. Once for the anniversary, I think. Once for New World, and maybe once for the WCS. Around 2 or 3 times a year, yeah.
Okay, music festival. Kaiba, 21 card.
No peak performance, so Kaiba does get restart, right?
Yup. Has to be one of those Karakuri decks one time. Or maybe he just likes beatdown. No judgment.
Yeah. Show me those Dark Lords one time. Man, speaking of Dark Lords, still getting hit to this day. Charge to 2.
Yep. Like if you're a Dark Lord player, you're not happy with how Konami handled everything. Like okay, Sanctified to 1, Contact to 2, fine, and didn't restart, so obviously open combo. Do you have a navigation live to just end the combo right now? Karma Cut. That also works.
Mm-hmm. Now there's hoping that he has some form of back row. Maybe protect against the ultimate god hand.
Mm.
And by some form of back row I mean all three of them. Oh, that also works.
That's a start. Big Cyclone on the set. But we have delay, so if that's on Hisoka and that's a navigation, then yep. Whew. Like, actually, what he could have done to play around lands, if there was a lands, was navigation first, then Karma Cut. But then the Cosmic would have hit the circle, so I guess it's fine to wait out.
Mm-hmm. Still a really good hand from Hisoka, considering that there was no rod involved.
Yeah, but there is no way Karakuri special summons on an empty board. We know there has to be an Ina in hand, and
Yup.
is that enough? Understandable. Have a nice day.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's be on the lookout for a repeat, and yeah, repeat indeed.
Repeat.
Let's check that real quick and update the scores. So we are already on match point for X Hunters. Certainly a really good showing from them today.
Yep. They really came prepared. They even had an answer to Weather Painters, kinda, which I thought could have picked up one more win against Shiranui, but yeah, the Shiranui opened too fast, and at that point it all kinda fell out of their favor somehow.
Yeah, somewhat.
We see Karakuri going second again. Don't like to see that against Dark Magician, setting up their full combo. And there we go. Normal summon rods. Search that circle. Circle navigation. Double set. Goodbye. Win the game. Love it.
Circle. Watch him add directly the Dark Magician.
That would also be something. Illusion Magic. Fine.
Same thing. 2 sets. If there's 2 sets, I'm just going in the stream. Kappa.
Let's see. Let's see if Music Festival is gonna get outskilled one final time. Or if he's able to play through this somehow. Like at least one of the back rows is most likely Illusion Magic.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you have a Cosmic, you can play through Circle, you can do your full combo. Then the ball is back in Hisoka's court. Okay, does not banish Ina. Lets him search Kunamzan.
Yeah, surely must want to bait the Kunamzan effect first, but it's only a matter of activating navigation.
Yeah. Like, because the circle only banishes the chain, you can't do it on Kunamzan activation, because then you would still have a board to work with, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. But
Well,
I just want to highlight, he still has Illusion Magic set.
Some players are just better than others. Okay, do you have a Cosmic play through this? Yes. Very
that's
nice.
perfect.
So he gets to play the game. Let's go.
Finally. Yeah, Music Festival really did need that. But let's see if also the rest of his hand is just as good.
If he would have flipped up Karma Cut and discarded Illusion Magic, I would have been done.
Oh my god. I actually would have just ended the stream. No Kappa this time. Sorry for the data analyst out there, Xerax. I know you're here. Hello.
He does the cash immediately. That's what I like to call, like, he wants to take away the hope as soon as possible. Like, usually, when I play it like that, I want to give them hope. I only use the cash on the Ninishi. Because up until then, they may be thinking like, oh, he doesn't have it. But of course, you play Karakuri. You have everything you need. Let's go.
Always.
Always. Now we're getting to the relevant point. Do we search full combo? I guess against Dark Magician, like, who are not actually doing that much without the spell traps. Oh, he searches in. No, the
Probably
question
already
is,
has the Gamma Roll.
yeah, does that mean he actively decided to have an extra disruption, or does he just have Gamma Oil in hand already and there was no decision involved? Let's see. Musashi at Bekinashichi, let's go. And Gamma Oil.
There you go.
Nice. This deck plays itself. Love it.
After those many Dark Magician openings, there was bound to have a Karakuri
Yep.
opening. Speaking of Karakuris, how many have been played actually that kind of straked a bit? We didn't really see that
don't
many
know, I know.
Karakuris this match. I think only one, and it was from my turn.
This war, we only won, and yeah, didn't do that well, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was against the Invoked Magician girls, so yeah, not a whole lot to work with.
Unfavored matchup. Okay, we get to draw a card. Now, how many cards are you setting?
One of which has to be cash in.
Triple set. Oh boy.
Oh man.
I mean, against all of those, yeah, you're right, against all the Dark Magician hands. Like, Music Festival, he deserves to have a Karakuri hand that plays through a Dark Magician board once.
At least once. In before they send another Dark Magician. Triple Dark Magician one time from X Hunters. Actually, no, they only played it once. It was Lazism that played it.
That's actually funny. Illusion Magic's the rod. Magician of Dark Illusion can re-summon a Dark Magician
And actually sit on it.
I said Dark Magician many times in the same sentence, but it basically means his navigation is life, and he has a Dark Magician to chill on. And Music Festival will take 100 points of damage. Let's go.
Yeah.
Win condition.
Starting the dominance right there.
Okay, we have another circle. Very cool. What's in the top 3 cards of your deck? A navigation. And we saw him adding 2 Dark Magicians, so we'll be able to like play the game for at least one more turn, I guess.
Indeed.
I'm not sure where this will lead us though, because like without beatdown you need 2, without beatdown or ties you need like 2 banishes to get rid of the Bray and the Burrito. I don't know, or even getting 2 more banishes set up, that should be hard.
Yeah, I agree. 3 back roll, 1 cash in. Could also have cash shed if one of the Karakuris could be in defense for a potential next turn.
Number 1 gets attacked, swaps to defense. We will allow Music Festival to draw an extra card. Maybe that's the win con and we're going for deck outs. And Ballista Squad.
Yep,
On the
Ballista
back row.
Squad.
Right. Right. Thank you. Obviously coaching. Right. Navigation. No more delay. Huh.
Interesting. That's one navigation gone, but there's still one to be set that could banish Bure afterwards. Or Burrito.
True.
Draw phase.
Someone is thinking about popping his navigation early to prevent Music Festival from drawing an extra card, I assume. Which is reasonable. Like, how do you have 4 cards on the field and 3 cards in hand? Look at this poor Dark Magician player, he's like only 2 cards in hand.
Hmm.
That's all the extra draws from Burrito. Wanna stop that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Goes into the second Dark Illusion as well. Opting not for any Kaiku this soon. Not like it would be any useful, but...
Okay, we didn't discard the Kaiku this time. Cosmic Cyclone again. On the circle again.
You love to see it. With your music festival. If you're Hisoka, you just hope you... I don't know. Oh.
Magician of Dark Illusion trying to do his effect to get a Dark Magician to sit on. Gets negated for it.
Unlucky.
There's the Hinashichi and... I mean... It isn't game at least.
At least. But so slight chances to come back from this.
Extra card this turn? I think he didn't.
He did not.
Didn't want to Bure swap something in defense to draw a card. That's a decision. Okay, Rot, getting cash in, shocking everybody.
Wow. Oh, no way, he also got a draw. The synergy.
In. Let's go. Okay, we have one set. Is that another navigation? Do we have the third navigation set up? One time.
Well, it's looking like lethal either way.
True.
If only he would have top circle into another Navi. And only to get stopped by a third Cyclone.
No bully.
Music Festival says no bully to 12o'Clock cheaters. And that's why he will win.
Yeah. We're not done yet. 12o'Clock cheaters. They don't want to have it at 10-4. Depending on the counter deck in the back, like... Do you think Dark Magician gets countered by Heroes, Black Wings? What is an adequate counter for that?
I think Music Festival was the one playing Karakuris, so I think one of the counters could even be itself. Hisoka could be playing, yeah, I think Karakuris. Could be a good pair with Dark Magician.
True.
I mean, you can never really go wrong with Karakuris.
That is correct, and we see Akiza.
We also see a sub from Colonel King, also known as Kuro. Thank you. Subbed at tier 1. I think the first month? Or I don't know. Could be. So we're seeing the restart delay, or delays. Yup, delays.
Delays. We see the 20 card restart Karakuri. And we restarted into combo. Let's go. Maybe just one card combo, maybe full combo.
You never
Hopefully
know.
not just one card combo.
Let's check it out.
Yep. Combo.
Combo.
Cash back to attack, grab the second one. No, as I previously said, like the second normal summon is the decision point. Like, do you search for a full combo? Do you search for extra disruption? Do you even need to search for a full combo? Or do you just have it in hand already? Murray coming out, summoning. Oh, summoning from the deck. Normal summon Ina. And we're gonna see decisions being made. That's why it took some time, cash in. And now we're all excited whether or not he just has Gamma Oil in hand. And this actually wasn't a decision, okay. So Inashichi, this is still very, very basic. Going for Musashi, grabbing back Inashichi for later. Or to discard. Maybe you play the discard traps. Who knows?
Oh,
and
well.
we just have Oil.
You could
Well.
not open better than this.
This is combo to the fullest. Music festival staring down the board of, I assume, 3 monsters, 2 negates, or let's say 2 disruptions, like one cash in and maybe, I don't know, Ballista Squad to hit the Kunamzan if it comes out, or to hit Kuna immediately, something like that.
Yeah, perhaps. Karma card.
Whew.
3 sets. Still with the Inashichi in hand.
There we go, Cosmic Cyclone. Got a blind snipe because can't really deal with cash in otherwise.
Slam that cash in one time. Only to reveal a second one.
And is there even space in 20 cards to play 2 cash-ins? I mean,
Oh, in
I guess
20.
play,
He placed 20?
yeah, he plays 20.
Yeah, then for sure not.
I guess you still have to play 7 traps either way, but I don't know.
Yeah, there will be other priorities. Didn't
Yep.
even notice that it was 20 cards.
3, 16, 17, 8, yeah. Okay, someone is big thonking over here, so is this the best back row being hit, or is he just on a toilet break? Both valid reasons to take your time. Like, it's fine. And it's the second Gamma Oil, so maybe he was just really happy about what he hit.
Yeah, just had to take a moment to pause, get some popcorn, chill for the duel, because you know, Gamma Oil, not hitting the cash-in or the other unknown back row. We'd love to see it if you're Hisoka, but now it's the turning point.
Yup. Cash in immediately on the tuner. Not necessarily wrong, I don't think that much is going to happen after you negate that. Also, Buredo defense might maybe tell us something about the third set. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe just straight dudes in defense. Who knows?
most likely. Oh, no way.
Good. Off the top, Fiendish Chain. You have an answer to that? Of course you have. Cash Shed, goodbye. There was a reason. And, yep. But you're gonna die for no reason.
Huh.
Music festival, but you were just the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, there's truly no other way to put it. Look at that. He went first with albeit 20 cards, but he just had everything.
Yeah.
He afforded to set Gamma Oil.
Yep.
That's just...
Tune it into cash chat.
This
like you
isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! This is Solitaire.
can't.
Pretty much.
This is being...
And I'm not talking Shiranui Solitaire.
Okay, now merchant for lethal. No, why do you
Oh.
take the merchant first?
Oh well.
Okay, Beret for lethal. And
There you
That's
have
it.
it. That was very sad to watch, honestly. Mondo, Roy, and Hisoka going hard this week. Each of them just going positive. Kanda not playing this season. Yeah, a bit unlucky. But nonetheless, congratulations to X-Hunters for getting this win. A much deserved win after the first few weeks of losses. And for the 12 o'clock cheaters, there's always the next week. Just show us what you got, since you're a new team. You have plenty to prove. And yeah, maybe we can get someone for an interview.
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe even Kanda. I don't know if...
The MVP of the war. Let's go.
Yeah. Zerix just... Oh no. That was too harsh.
No need to just murder him for that. But,
Even has more with the Candicia. Yeah, I was just wondering in regards to you being able to talk English, because I'm not sure if Mondo, Hisoka, and Roy can. But it's fine either way. Once again, congratulations to both teams. Let's check the standings one last time before we go. So it was a 10-5 win for X-Hunters. That puts them to -6 RD, and 12 o'clock cheers to -9 RD. For 12 o'clock would be 2-5, and X-Hunters 2-5. So X-Hunters will be above 12 o'clock in standings. And it's only a matter of time until the Immortals and Neo matches also finish. Actually, I believe the Neo match did finish and they got defeated, so they're currently 1-6. That's very rough for Neo.
yeah, that's really unexpected. You would have definitely thought of Neo having a better season, but I guess, I don't know, maybe the meta didn't fit them, maybe they lost the Karakuri coin flips when it mattered. I don't know, I can't really explain this without seeing what happened, because just based on the quality of players, they should have done at least somewhat better.
Yeah, agreed, fully agreed. But with every negative, there's also a slight positive, like Lost Tribe overperforming, 5-1 currently, still on a 4-win streak, and I believe they're playing against who was it? Tier 0, I believe, for this week. Yeah, Tier 0, so another top team. And speaking of top teams, maybe we can also get to look at the potential standing one last time. So yeah, as seen earlier, the Lost Tribe can only go up to 4th place and Tier 0 to 1st. So yeah, I think that's all. If there's anything else that you would like to say, oHiMi. Thanks for casting as well. Need to mention that.
Thank you for having me, it was a pleasure.
It was certainly a pleasure. Great to hear it. And yeah, I suppose that's all. Let's see if there's any other match that we could raid. Yeah, so there is Mumu's game, Forbidden Ones versus Infinity. So let's make sure we get on a raid for that.
Alright.
Alright, so I was HeyZZy. oHiMi was here with me as well. Very good casting duo, I feel like. Maybe we should do this for another time as well. Maybe perhaps in the playoffs, who knows?
Let's go.
Maybe we can also get perhaps Yano or no. I always forget which of who is in diffusion. I think Raw.
No, Raw right now is on Sun Clan.
Ah, so it was correct the first time around. Nonetheless, thank you everyone for watching and see you another time.
See ya, guys.